Completely objectively, without personal feelings or emotion, who was the better tag team? The Rock and Roll Express or the Rockers?
The Rock and Roll Express. And that's not, when you say better tag team, Shawn Michaels might have done some snazzier, flips or moves or whatever. But the Rock and Roll Express were main event stars for long periods of time in all the top territories, drew record houses, stayed together to end up being not only marketable and in demand on the reunion shows, but then put in the WWE Hall of Fame. And the reason why they drew more money, because even if athletically Michaels and Jannetty had some, like I said, snazzy matches, they didn't connect with the people as much as Ricky and Robert did. The psychology of the matches was not there. They were a good babyface tag team, but when you're comparing basically a Rock and Roll Express clone for the company that couldn't afford the Rock and Roll Express is how they got started, to the original, you can't. And Shawn Michaels has had a more Hall of Fame career as a single than either Ricky or Robert did individually, but as a tag team, no. And plus, when you compare, even though sometimes Ricky or Robert, either one, might get pissed off about the way that they were being treated in a particular promotion, when you go through the fact that the Rockers were a pain in the ass and got fired from several promising, runs with companies, but because they, misbehaved or whatever the first night in, compared to the Rock and Roll having those long runs with big companies and not no showing or, causing too much of a stir. It just, there's in no category does the Rockers exceed the Rock and Roll Express. Sorry.
You understand why people see it the other way?
No, actually,
Okay, wow.
Well, I didn't know anybody really saw it the other way.
I think a lot of modern fans who focus on WWF history, and you see the Rockers versus the Brainbusters and the Hart Foundation, it's easy for them to think that maybe the Rockers were the better team.
I can see it. All right.
But if you were around, probably not.
If you were around and saw everything at the same time.